Hello, hello. We are here. We are live, not from the phone, but from the laptop. Cause I don't know. I feel like it just works out a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It just works out a little bit better. Got the lamp right here. We are doing nails, chatting. So I can do this hand because as you can see, this hand we did yesterday. This hand is actually gonna be kind of based on recent BTS swim promotions vibe, black and red. I had black and red on this hand previously. If any of you saw before at any point, sorry, I'm gonna scooch it back there. What's this thing right here? Oh, that's just the toucan back there. We got some gems right here. Let me set those right there. Let me just get some stuff straight out the way, I guess. Set that right there. Wax pen for the gems. And then, of course, all of my little polishes from Lily Cute from AliExpress. Yeah, you know. Actually, hold on. I'm going to go on mute real fast so I can move this, but I don't want to like blow up your ears. So hold on. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to make a bunch of noise. I guess we really just got to get started. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to kind of look like the swim promotions. So I guess let me grab my phone and look with my eyes and see, black and red very much is that vibe in these colors. So let me see. Let me put this on mute because I do not want to. Oh, the Valley. So I just finished watching the Valley. There is one more part to until the reunion. Or excuse me, the last part of the reunion will be airing next week, Wednesday. Thus far, what I can tell you is listen, I'm usually not the kind of person that is going to ever in life be like, oh, this person needs to leave the show. That's not ever how I do. But like, I. I honestly feel like I kind of wouldn't mind maybe if either they need to change the story behind Danny and Nia, or I don't know. Maybe they got to figure out what they're doing when it comes to the show just because I feel like it's been really draining. And this part of the reunion was like perfect for making people realize like wait a minute, like the group is actually kind of scared to approach topics with them. They only want to show part of their personal business one way. Maybe this is not the platform for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this vibe for BTS. There we go. So yeah, I had to cover that up a little bit because y'all gonna be up in my business. I'm thinking, based on that, let me take a screenshot so I can just have it here. I guess I might just do that on my three middle fingers. Yeah, and that's what we'll be doing today as we are chatting. Oh my gosh, help! Why is my throat itching all of a sudden? Oh no, I might have to go on and mute the cough. Hold on. It's not because I'm sick. It's just sometimes you get a random itch in your throat. It's like, what is that? Anyways, there's that on that. I don't know when it comes to the Valley, I feel like I don't want the show to be canceled. I like the show. It's interesting. Tom Schwartz, you cool? You don't need to be here. I don't know what to say. Or you need more of a storyline. I will say, actually, no, wait, I'm lying. Tom, I do like you. I do like you. I do like your vibe. And you do like actually make some sense logically sometimes, despite my beef with you over Vanderpump Rules becoming what it was and all of that, and just the evolution of your character. You're in a better place now, especially post divorce with Katie. Like, but after everything you put that girl through, I don't know. It's just kind of hard for me to respect you. I don't know what to say. Mm. I feel like you don't show much about your life. Like, what do you do? Like, I mean, I don't know. It's not like you have to have a job to be on the show, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting situation. I feel like sometimes you be playing a black background, and I'm just like, well, now what? Like, so now what, bro? Mm, I don't know. It's too much. Oh, dang. Also, nail wise, I'm looking at this and I realized that these circles are the red part. I don't know. I'm gonna do my own vibe, my own spin on it. So hold on. I guess I have to plug in the lamp. Oh, but yeah, Tom Schwartz, I'm really just on the back and forth. Like, do I want you here? Do I not want you here? Mind you, it's not even like I beef with you, but I'm just like, what are you doing here? What is you doing here? Like, you know what? Actually, I'll see how I feel. We might have to sacrifice the studio lighting for a moment at some point. Um, but for right now, I'm going to plug in the nail lamp. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my gosh. It's because I can't see. I don't want to be showing y'all the wall all the time. Every time I do it, as if it matters, as if you care, if you even care. How about that one? And you know, realizing I really could just get up on here and just talk. Um, if I turn off the camera, I guess. Anyways, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Schwartz, I want to see more of you next season. Jasmine, I want to see more of you next season. One thing I will say that I don't like is sometimes it be feeling like the others be a little bit weirdly microaggressive. I don't appreciate that when it comes to Jasmine. It's like the way they focus on her when she's wrong, they focus on her 10 times more than they focus on everybody else. I do not like that. That's weird. Also, as a black woman myself, like, what you mean? Um, I like Janet. Sorry, I've been like Janet. I like Janet from the beginning. Sorry, you can't tell me nothing. I like Janet and Jason. I think they have something to offer, and I feel like they're willing to do it. Period. Um, I like that Brittany is finding herself, finding her voice. Listen, dislike her as you might. TV is TV, boo. I don't know. I just feel like some people they be getting it twisted when it comes to the reality TV stuff. Like, um, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's a weird moralizing in nature, if you will, or rather, an expected perfection because maybe people find them so far removed from us. The day to day person, if you will. But it's like, no, there are people just like we are. I'm looking at the apologists I have here, and I need to get started painting, but I'm realizing I'm definitely missing something. So hold on, just a moment while I grab something out of my polish bucket. No, you can't watch me. No, I ain't gonna move the camera, but I know you don't mind. So hold on. I don't know. Yeah, just hold on. Just sit tight. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Hold on. I have to sneeze. Sorry. Okay. Also, it's like, oh, why? Well, Franz, why do you be here, comfortable going on mute or whatever for so long? I'm sure y'all don't mind, but also like for right now, sometimes it just do be like I'm in here talking to myself, so I'm not tripping if it's like I'm by myself, just filming myself practically. Um, it's not really. It ain't what you think it is. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, also I grabbed the Model One's polish. Model One's not a bad brand. I would just say it really just depends. It depends. You know what I mean with these polishes. Um, trust the reviews. Whether you're buying from what is a more legitimate source, whether you're buying from AliExpress, whatever, read the reviews. Um, generated content exists, but like I would say just make sure, you know what I mean? Make sure you check and see because there can and will be real people mixed up in there and will tell you and let you know, hey man, this does not cure. Like, so just be aware. I think what we're gonna do to start off painting, we're just going to um we're gonna paint um the middle finger, we're gonna do a dark color and we're gonna do the thumb a dark color. Yeah. Yeah, I can be I feel like I can sit with that. Can you see? You should be able to see. But oh yeah, I guess more Valley thoughts before I'm done. Like for real, honestly, um, listen, um, people are not all villains. Maybe for their favorite character being dead. Like whether it's like, oh well, reality TV is not real. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is that uh I be watching the entertainment and the people are people and the people be peopling. You know what I'm saying? It does not have to reflect on you as a character, what you do and what you watch. I mean, of course, the determinations you might make about another person, that's your business. But I do feel like things do get weird. That's why people, when it comes to the Love Island fandom, as me, somebody who be watching Love Island, things do get weird up in there. Like even this season, I when I was watching, I really did try to stay away from the Reddit, especially because even now, the reunion for Love Island will be airing soon. I just feel like people are just weird. People are just weird, speculating on this and that, or just doing the most. And then people be in them comments fighting at what cost? At what cost to themselves? At what cost to others? Bullying is never okay. Online harassment in general is never okay. I'm never going for nothing like that. It's just, I don't know. And there's a lot of times, oftentimes, where things like that never had to get that serious. For example, that poor, what's that noise? Anyway, that poor young woman who recently passed away, who was in Hyphen fan, um, ended up taking her life recently. Rest in peace, baby girl. I hope you're okay. I hope you're feeling better now. You don't never know what nobody else is going through. Talking crazy about another person. Listen, well, you can express your opinion, but truly, you just have to make sure you do not push it. Like, watch how you're talking about another human being. Even while I do this spiritual breakdown stuff, I be trying to be careful, when it comes to the ethics of stuff like this. And even if such things are my thoughts and my opinions, I'm also not going to go so far as to end up harassing anybody behind their life, their lifestyle, what they live, who they're with, what they're doing. It was never that serious. There have been plenty of situations in life where things just get a little bit too, they end up just going too far. You know what I mean? Like it just never had to be that. So that's just not it. But anyway, nail polish wise, I am trying to make sure we have a nice even starting coat because for some of these nails I'm planning to put a metallic on top. So um I kind of just want a base up under it just to make sure I am it's ready to receive the metallic. You know what I mean? I could just put it on there and put like a million coats of the metallic by itself, but I ain't gonna do that. So you know, I'm doing this finger now. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the Valley. I enjoyed the show. I don't know. I just feel like for the people who know and enjoy a good Bravo show, there's always a good vibe and a good laugh to be found, and it doesn't have to be weird or serious. Sometimes stuff does get serious. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna pretend like, even though, yeah, it is people's real life also. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of people sometimes who get into these vibes or these hobbies and start moral grandstanding, or they're treating it as, I don't know. It's like not everybody needs to come here. It's that, oh, reality TV, it lowers your vibration, it drains your energy. It really doesn't have to do so though. You know what I mean? Are you really letting it penetrate your psyche so deeply that you can't just enjoy it without like being removed from these people in this situation or these situations? I don't know. Weird. Stuff gets weird, y'all. It doesn't have to be, but it gets weird. Anyways, sorry. I'm thinking after I do this nail or finish it, we are going to cure them and then paint the remainder of the nails that we need to, just because I don't know. Eclipses and eclipse stuff going on, child. I don't know. I do not want to, because these are the nails on my hands. Why would I? Why would I want to mess up my hands? You know what I mean? Like what? I have to look at them. Oh my gosh. And also, y'all know I ain't no nail tech. I was thinking about going to school for it though. Maybe I will someday. I don't know. Got some thinking to do on it. But yeah, there's that slight rant, I suppose, when it comes to the valley and things like that. What else? Oh yeah, of course, painting nails. Duh. Where do I think the internet will be in 5 years? Reason why I said five, I was gonna say like 10, but I realized, you know what? I don't know. 5 years is shorter than 10, but 5 years is still a long time. Where I'm going with this, I want you guys to realize like some of it is gonna be actually me making predictions, but the other half is like, um, I need you guys to like, in that sense, literally raise your vibration, literally raise your vibes, whatever you'd like to call it, and like stop feeding into these doomsday fantasies that people in their religions, whatever it is, like to put out. Um, because it's not good for you. It's not healthy. Um, aside from the fact that what duh, it makes you literally afraid. You ain't nobody got time for that. It's like, do you even really? Some of y'all, do y'all even really believe in doomsday in that sense? That much so that Sorry. That you would really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And it's also knowing that that sort of content is everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what? We just going. There we go. That sort of content is everywhere, repackaged in a million forms. Like, y'all know what the word is? PSYOP, psychological operation. Why else would they want you afraid? Come listen to me. This is the way. Whether that's religion, whatever it is, spirituality. It gets weird out here in the street, y'all. So do not allow that to poison your mind if you really can. Avoid it. You know what I mean? Look at the content. Look at the style of speech. Look at the mannerisms, things like that are so important. No matter what the genre is, no matter what the activity is, do not let that poison your mind, if you will. OMG. There we go. So what was it? It was even today with this weird eclipse stuff going on. There was some people who were convincing people like that the earth would lose gravity for 7 seconds, and it would cause millions or something 60 million people to pass away. Like, aside from like what the internet hoaxes and things like that have existed for years, um also why I bring up and wanted to bring up the subject too in general is like, sorry, see, I'm over here also focused on these nails, y'all, because that is also what I did come here to literally do. Like, I just want you to think for a second. You know what I mean? Like, where did all of these theories come from when it comes to this doomsday stuff too? You know what I mean? What religion? Um, is the spirituality these thought leaders you're following? Are they just repackaged fundamentalists who are trying to make you head a certain direction? Even Peter Thiel. Hold on, I feel like I saw some on my skin here. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, into the dryer for now. Sorry, y'all. These leaders of thought that are teaching you this way and that way. Like, I just want you to be aware and be able to discern. Why I bring up where is the internet gonna be going, right, in the next 5 years is especially because the idea and the allegation that over 50% of the internet's traffic is bot activity. And if you think about that, there's a lot of people who are on the internet, plugged in some way, using social media networking sites, things like this, watching videos, where the platform that any of you could be watching me from right now, a la the YouTube, right? Like, that's kind of a lot of people. Sorry, my wrist is itching, y'all. Ain't that like kind of crazy to really, 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 really think about? Like, what do you mean? 50%? That's a lot of people. When it comes to bots and botnets, so there's a lot of reasons to bring up, okay, whoa, what is the internet going to be looking like in 5 years? um I've seen predictions like websites are going to be exclusively for AI and their form of navigation, right? To make it so that humans can't get in. When we're checking on just any website, you can get the little captcha test. It's not even regular captcha tests anymore in some situations. A lot of times it's asking you, move this puzzle, do this, do that, what you would think that capacity would be, or what they would think would only be among human capacity. This technology is, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna close my blinds real fast. Okay, sit back down. These machines and things like this are getting more and more sophisticated by the day, by the hour, by the minute, whatever you like to call it. Um it's a lot. We gonna close this one for now. Set this up here. And this one, this is kind of like a dark gray mauve sort of color, like a maroon almost. Mm, let's do the thumb first. I had another one where the outer bottle kind of looks so similarly to this one. I thought it was gonna be the dark gray, but I figured, you know what, this one also, it's not it's not a bad choice. So we're sticking with it for now. Um, I think it's not like in the excuse me, it's not a ridiculous assertion to believe that maybe there are some websites or bots places that are meant for bot traffic and stuff like that, right? It's just it's going to be especially impacting all of these industries that affect our daily lives. Marketing and advertising is a great one because your ability to pay attention or where you're paying attention, what causes you to take action and buy things, or what persuades you to buy new things, or what makes you think, okay, well, no, I need this, no, I don't need this, or what makes me prefer one brand over the other is also really important. Um, I said this to you guys the other day, but I'm gonna say it again here for the sake, like, for some of your biggest favorite YouTubers, look at how many views they are and look at how many comments there are. Of course, there that's not to negate the amount of people who probably watch and just don't comment. You know, there are some people that they're just here for the comments. They're not here to maybe necessarily participate in the community or um speak to others like that, or in the hopes of being noticed, you know. I wouldn't even say like any of these companies are really dying. Some of these big companies too, on the internet especially, are losing out on revenue because their goal is constant growth. Like, yeah, human beings are being born every day, but and a lot of them before the age of like, or honestly, as soon as they like have the ability to grip and hold things and play around, they're essentially also plugged into the mainframe. That's also why the idea of a digital identity matters just as much. Aside from the fact that surveillance is a big part of this, to put you in the network, to know where you are, what you're doing for whatever reason, whether that's for advertising, policing you, surveillance has a lot of benefits to it. So I just feel like the culture, to insinuate the culture rather maybe would be so vastly different, almost almost doesn't make sense, only because um like there's the old web 2.0, web 3.0. When you think about that too, that's also just technology stuff, technology speak. I would dare to say, like, just the same way that these companies, their financial departments and bureaucracy handle, their stuff, handle the financial reports and stuff like that, right? That's part of it, what it is too, when it comes down to business, right? Um, I think the idea truly that they want you to upload your soul to the mainframe, etc. Maybe it's not so far fetched, but I don't know. It's such a weird idea to think that Like, they, I don't know, they want to take you out of one metaphorical matrix and literally put you into another, like a matrices of a bunch of numbers that, like, like those grids where it's just 0 1 0 1 0 1, like a grid of code. They want you to put you in that where they are able to control how that goes. You know what I mean? Let's say Wizard of Oz, like, who is controlling the outside? Who's controlling what goes on, what goes in, what comes out, etc. You know what I mean? Or in the literal Matrix movie, um, after everybody was gotten captured, Neo and all of them, and they were in those womb pods before they figured out their way to get back, or whatever, waking up from being asleep in that metaphorical sense, like truly, I found myself even when watching that movie also to bring it up, like, well, why? What reason would they have to do that? You know what I mean? Like, once you have the money, the power, the everything, like, now what? You know what I mean? Hold on. Oops. Got some accident on my shirt. Yeah, you kind of see. I don't know. I'm kind of living for how it almost looks like tie dye. I said I wasn't gonna paint my middle finger just yet, but I think I'll just do it now because I've managed to avoid bumping them around. After I paint this one, this hand will go back into the dryer. I feel like this one thus far is kind of going a little bit faster than the other hand yesterday, but I don't know. Let's see. Why it matters, obviously, because at least you or me who's accessing this right now is using the internet. Um, I can definitely see with the jumping of prices of computer parts and RAM, like the internet cafe in the United States could make a return. When I think about it too, aside from what some people, like, let's say in Korea is a great example where the PC cafe culture is there. People are there usually to play video games, right? That's also another reason why they don't want you to own and be able to keep your games. You can come back by and keep paying to play this game and have your data saved in the cloud. And if there happens to be an outage, you still have to come back and pay, or pay to store all of your data. You know what I mean? That's another means for them to keep making money, despite the fact that a lot of people are struggling to find work right now. So why would they worried about cloud and cloud storage? Any of you who have a Google account, and you probably do have a Google account if you're using YouTube, like, how can you? Some of you probably have been struggling, or even Apple users is a great example. Samsung users, anybody with a phone, anybody with a device with storage, especially one that connects to the internet, has dealt with being told, like, hey, you don't have enough space on the cloud. Pay us this much and we'll give you some more storage. As if people's stuff still doesn't go missing despite it being allegedly so sophisticated when it comes to this stuff. So, like I said, the return of the internet cafe. Why would you need to pay for a computer when you can just come out to this space, rent it or use it to do what you need to do, then go home? Or if you need one that's mobile, come by, rent this computer, but you don't get to own it. Still, and it goes back. Like, for those of you who are Windows users, um some of you might be aware of the fact that Microsoft OneDrive, to some extent, is not necessarily um, like, oh, local storage, the storage that you can hold files and important things on your computer. It's quite literally just like a cloud that uploads your stuff to the internet, with the idea that, oh, don't lose out on your stuff. You know what I mean? Use our online storage, so in case something ever happens to the computer, you can access your stuff online. And I'm sure it's helped people. That's not to say that it's maybe never did anything like that before. It's just a little suspicious how it went from, unless something really happens to the device, however, um, you have this fragile network held together by cables in the ocean, um, etc., or a bunch of data centers is a great example. To here, give us your stuff, and oops, sorry, you actually signed a form with liability, but because it's commonplace not to stop and read all of the terms of use, your stuff is gone, and we probably can't do anything like that for you, or we can't do anything for you after that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the return of the internet cafe. I mean, in that sense, right? The free public resource before it was the libraries, before the libraries, at least in the United States, had funding cut, if not, oops, if not removed, dang near. So there goes your resource, or rather, they might even have to limit your usage of these devices at the local library. Isn't that so amazing? And to some people, it's that, well, I don't care, it doesn't apply to me, or oh, I have a laptop right now, or oh, I don't even need a laptop, I just use my phone for everything. You don't think that won't come too? That's why your phone, especially those of you who are iPhone users, probably do experience this, that at some point, if it's not the phone itself that starts giving out on you, all of a sudden, it's a, hey, start paying for storage, you've run out of it. Only to check and see it's actually all of these updates that is adding all of this stuff to your phone, or even Android users. Another example, just a bunch of bloatware. The phone is advertised to be however many gigabytes or terabytes, but half of the phone's initially installed system apps that you cannot remove unless suddenly you figure out how to become a developer and you figure out how it works. um you don't actually get to use all 16 terabytes. And even if you launch a personal complaint, they ain't gonna fix your phone personally. You can only hope and pray for a freaking class action at some point in your lifetime to go on so you can get that, only to get a bit of a sorry and for them to just figure out how to repurpose that and against your will yet again do what they want. Yeah, kind of stinks, but stinks for you. Oh, poo poo. You can only hope. The idea, even also, I've heard some theories that the smartphone could personally go away. I don't know if the smartphone would go away, or I mean, rather, let me say it like this: the idea is that the smartphone goes away and it's a Neuralink, or it's a chip that goes into your brain, your body, whatever. It's a mist, something you inhale, and then suddenly your brain that already functions similarly to a computer is the computer. Your brain is the phone, where you can connect to others telepathically and with all these technologies, whatever it is. I know this probably sounds crazy to those of you who don't think about it like this, but it is true, sure, right? They wouldn't ever let you let go of a cell phone. You know why? Because it connects you to a network. You are able to be tracked, you are able to be surveilled, and in a lot of ways that does help, with, I don't know, not to be parroting propaganda, if you will, but your local police, the national police, the FBI, etc., the CIA, these higher entities. And in other countries, obviously, they have things like this too, where in case something weird, bad, or terrible happens, or fraud goes on with your bank, they can see what's pinging all the networks, track you down, and figure it out. But to assume that it wouldn't be used against you is like crazy when things like it have been proved to be, have been talked about, and even now are still being actively talked about. You feel me? So it's like, come on. um and then living also in this age where I feel like your entertainment is not going to fully go away, because your circus, it's not because they keep it because of your sanity. It's because the circus um the circus is an industry also, if you will, the metaphorical circus, not a literal one. The metaphorical circus, as in, your celebrities, your pop singers, this and that. I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull this curtain close because I don't know why. I just feel weird about it. Not in a like a oh somebody's coming to get me kind of way, but I just feel like it's looking too open. Oops. Okay. Let me sit down. Let go, let go. Continuing. So you get it. The idea that these things can't be leveraged against you are naive. You know, it's naive to think that it can't or it won't for some reason when they have. They have. It's been proven. Like to act like it's not doesn't make sense. I don't know. Like just being frank with you guys. Mm, You know what? Maybe we do one more dark. No. No. I don't know. Hold on. Let's try something. We're gonna do like a red and then like a dark tip and see what that looks like. Let's try to do a gradient, and if it looks a mess, mind your business. Anyways, but your circus is not going to go away. Not yet, not so easily, if at all. They just some of these people, these techno bureaucrats, these what if you might call them techno fascists, right? They have their own reasons. They want you to be entertained by what they want you to be entertained by. If you haven't seen it already, like these guys brought in this dude, this psychologist. It was like a bunch of rich people in the idea of preparing for what it would to look like if they were to be able to escape or if there were to be an end of life situation, right? They asked him, "How do we keep the human guards from turning on us?" He said, "Treat them well, treat them like family." What did they do? Them people, they laughed. They laughed and they're like, "No, we're thinking shot colors." Like, what? And honestly, listen, maybe it's some sort of propaganda that I'm parroting this story. But I'm not gonna lie, in this current day and age, I am not really there's part of me that does feel a little bit inclined to believe it. Like be real. Be real. Like I'm tripping or what? Hold on. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Got acetone on my finger. It's fine. There we go. Anyway, listen, if you do your nails with any sort of gel products, the least you could do for yourself is make sure you know how to clean it up. Okay, clean that mess up. Do not bond that to your skin, please and thank you. Like, do not get no contact dermatitis. I'm not promoting that you do this. Loki, maybe I'm not even supposed to be doing it either. Sheesh. Just be careful. Use your own discretion. Y'all grown. Sheesh. Okay. Anyways, continuing. The surveillance state can and will be used against you. If you have read Animal Farm, you should know and know better than that. For those of you who like YA fantasy, a lot of your favorite books and things like that are related to this. Like, I'm sure your eyes are open. And if they're not, please open them. Or if it's too much for you, I don't even know what you're doing here. Like, it's not even that kind of place. Actually, you know what? I'm not even trying to say it in a, I'm trying to discourage you, but like, be real. Anyways, hmm, should I try doing the dark tip now? Let's just see. We'll see. Maybe I end up having to wipe it off. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so I honestly feel like they are going to preserve it as it is right now, the state of the internet, until they are able to push through any changes that they want to make, with little to no pushback. You know what I'm saying? Like, until they get some sort of solid legislation that is on their side in that sense, they're not just gonna be like, okay, so um you have to pay for a subscription to go to certain websites. Until some legislation like that, like I said, goes through, um, you probably won't have to anticipate something like that just yet. What was that? Spooky. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to maybe put a little bit here, I guess. We're gonna take just a little bit of this red. Oh, hold on. I knew it would be time soon. We are going to natural light for a moment. Oh, I can't see nothing. Oh, I can't see nothing. Okay, let's see if this lighting. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. You just won't be able to see the nails all that well for a little bit, but it'll be okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. See, I done spaced out. Nah, let me not turn that towards me. That's a little bit too bright. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Anyways, continuing. Um, like I said, watch out for the return or the rise of the internet cafe. I feel like the integration of something that makes it seem trendy, like a fun little inclusion, would be the start that makes it feel weird. So let's say the like referencing the regression quote unquote of cafe culture in the United States, they would bring back coffee shops that it's like, oh, come here and play games with your friends sort of situation. You know what I mean? Because in the United States in particular, we have just prioritized the have your own. It's just typical nowadays for your day-to-day person to have a personal computer or personal device, right? You don't necessarily go to anyone else's house like, hey, let me borrow your computer. You usually have your own, or you can access the facilities that are necessary via a cell phone. Or before in slash now, you can still, as long as you have a library card, you can basically go to your local library and use the computer. Sorry, I'm also just a little bit focused. I don't even know why I'm painting this nail. I need to stop that. I actually was planning to put the red over this. You know what? Maybe it being a little bit more opaque helps. We'll test that out in just a moment, I guess. It should help at least a little. But I feel like just the same way the advertising marketing cycling loop, right, goes on is that, you know what? Oh, we heard what you guys were saying. We're bringing back third spaces. It'll just make it easier to corral you there, if you will. You know what I mean? Or at least when it comes to the middle class. If you see any rich people doing it, no shade. When I say rich people, especially celebrity that would have no reason to do such a thing, in a sense. Um, know that it's that sort of advertising, the trying to make it a thing like it's opulence or that it would be desirable, um, would be the first red flag, similarly to the Meta Glasses campaign. The world has just changed. It's not to say that people don't look to celebrities for, product advice, styling inspiration at all. Like, look at Hailey Bieber. Like, say what you want about her, but the girlies that like them some Hailey Bieber like them some Hailey Bieber. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just facts. That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's really any argument in that sense to be had. Mm, yeah, hand in the dryer for now. But I honestly don't know if I see any termination of any major platforms. I feel like if at all they're leaning for the um trimming the fat idea, right? So Yahoo like just got rid of like Yahoo Answers, things like that. If there's a games section on Facebook, still, excuse me, I'm pretty sure there is still, but let's say some other games are cut off or are losing support, or maybe they decide to switch to having their own Facebook games department as opposed to it being like an outside licensing situation, et cetera, et cetera. Um, mm, I don't know, just more integration, definitely. For example, another thing of that, like similar to that I can think of that has kind of changed when it comes to trimming the fat of the way is allowing Bumble allowing men to message or at least masculine people to message first, because Bumble's whole thing was that ladies, you make the first move. If you're interested enough, you'll do it sort of vibe, right? That's changed. Like, aside from the fact that, like, yeah, they use these algorithms to keep people on the apps, um and people were just kind of sick and tired of it. Also, people just kind of maybe not taking it serious, but I suppose semantics. Like there's probably people who met each other on there and got married. Like cool, like yeah, that's part of it, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. Or let me not say I guess, but I guess. Mm, let's try. Let me close this for now. We gonna close these two polishes. We gonna do the metallic at least on one nail. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Metallic. Oh yeah, see, I probably didn't have to do that second coat, but I did it anyway. It's okay. Oh, I love this red. I love this red so much. But yeah, honestly, I feel like if at all, we might see the emergence or a larger emergence of like subscription for entry and membership platforms, similar to like how like there's Raya for the rich people and the influencers sort of situation. Like, I feel like the idea that Hinge was a little bit more step up in the streamlined process, similarly to like a coffee meets bagel. There might be more like a, oh, you're not on this, you're not on that. Oh, join this. Join premium. Like there's about to be a big step up in my personal opinion on these. Well, if you pay to be here, that means that you should be here, or oh, it makes sense that you'd be here sort of vibe. Because when you think about it too, I feel like Tinder Premium was that, there was a period of time that it was a life hack. Like, oh, here's how I find serious people or serious dates, which is I pay for the premium of this or pay for the premium of that sort of vibe. Like, we already see these massive streaming mergers when it comes to TV and entertainment content. I feel like if at all, they when it comes to social media, we might see the continuation of the pay to win almost, um, or at least where it makes sense. Like for example, Twitter just recently changed their platform. They want to focus on more on original content. Why that is because there was losing money when it came to dealing with AI. Duh, like is that a surprise? But thus, sorry, I'm trying to make sure. Not playing with these nails. Yeah, you know what? Hmm. I think I'll put metallic on this finger also, and then we'll put the hand in the dryer, and then we'll start dealing with our French and our designs. Surprisingly, this is taking much less long than yesterday. I'm so pleased with that. Or I don't know. I'm saying that, but I don't know. I ain't done yet. Let me stop running my mouth. But yeah, I honestly feel like if at all, we can see the implementation of these bodily surveillance devices and stuff like that will go up. Like, it's all fun and games playing with that aura ring. Um, you know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who were actually learning a lot of useful things when it comes to their sleep, their sleeping patterns, their diets and stuff like that. But and it's also knowing by buying it, not all of them were exactly 100% knowledgeable and consenting to the idea that their information would be used and their data would be gathered and used against them, you know? Like, I can't think off the top of my head yet of any court cases where they could pull it up or pull up their surveillance, but is it really so far fetched considering that even if you decide to opt out of surveillance personally when it comes to like something like I don't know, a freaking ring doorbell, everybody and their mom seems to have a ring doorbell and an app. Can't do nothing, y'all. Anyway, listen, where was I going? Everybody got a ring doorbell. Everybody seems to be, or rather, there's a lot of people that seem to be into the tech thing, thinking that this is their bridge into capitalistic greatness. When in reality, they don't. They're not of the understanding that it's actually really not all for you. You know what I'm saying? This was not made with you in mind always to help you. That's not to say that oh every single situation is evil, like on my in my mermaid man voice, but also like I don't trust it. I don't trust them. Why should you, knowing that it'd be used against people? Today I saw a story that apparently there was a surrogate that blocked the couple from asking her to, you know, send it to Glory. She chose to keep it, but um she is not going to be able to have contact with the child. So you was trying to force them people to keep that child in that condition that they didn't want. And listen, maybe you shouldn't be having anything to do with something like that um if you are not ready to take care of somebody even special needs, you know. There's a whole lot when it comes to surrogacy and things like that, and the right to have a kid and all of these other things. But for whatever reason, morally, you know, she decided to do that. And so now who's going to take that kid? I don't know. Anyways, I hope you get what I'm getting at. Like when it comes to surveillance and wearables, that's another thing. That data can be used against you. Oh, we checked the data. We actually asked the court to subpoena your Apple Watch, and we actually have the records in it ping that you showed up at this place. So how do we know that this crime that you didn't do wasn't you somehow? Then it's pinned up on you. Boom. You don't know nothing about nothing. Or somebody happened to take your Apple Watch, your wearable device, whatever your wearable surveillance, take it, go do whatever it else with it. Um, until that thing is sophisticated enough, I suppose, to be pinging for your DNA or to be able to prove like no actually your brain waves are different than the person who was wearing it. So no, it wasn't my client, the defendant. Whatever. What? You get what I'm getting at? Like, please make that make sense. Like, I just don't. Mm-mm. Like, y'all are hearing me, but you ain't hearing me. You ain't really hearing me for real. You know what I mean? Oops. Metallic liner polish on the pinky. I decided to put the metallic red on the pinky also because I just feel like it makes it look more opaque. Um, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me focus on this just a little. I was gonna do like a gradient nail, but I decided against that. I don't know. Maybe I need to get an official gradient brush. Maybe I need to just go to nail school, but I also feel like nail school is really just also, in some senses, for sanitation purposes. So you might not be able to go there and learn nail art unless you go to a school that is focused for that. I don't know. That's a whole thing. Anybody who knows anything about that, I suppose, let me know. If you even care to say anything, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off that. But I can say there are going to be changes coming, but I don't see it being like a an earth shattering situation straight away. Like, that's just not the way things move. Or like I said, they would need some serious stuff, I suppose, set, like I said, set up to help them out before they would ever jump to make a move like that, because your dollars, your thoughts, and your feelings um matter. Your thoughts and your feelings matter a lot as to what makes money for them, makes money for their employees, helps their employees be able to feed them, for them to get their money so they can move to whatever islands in Argentina, because Argentina seems to be a place of choice for some of these technocratic elite. Sorry, there was dust in my nail. I had to wipe that off because it's like, you can't just put polish on a dusty nail, or you can, but at what cost to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit focused. Also, as you know or can see, probably this is my left hand, dog. So, aside from it requiring a bit more focus, I don't want my nails to look a mess. I'm the one that has to wear them. Like, but I definitely feel like, hold on. I'm so sorry. I have to make sure I do not mess this up. You know what? I was not gonna fill this in, but I guess I have to now. I just gotta commit. I just gotta commit, y'all. Like I could wipe it off with the acetone, but I ain't gonna do all that. And ain't. So oops. Okay. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Getting on live and just being quiet. I promise you it's not on purpose. Listen, I will not be doing distracted activities like this again for a little while. For anybody who ends up actually watching this, if you like the nail streams, let me know. Maybe I will continue them or figure out how to do it in a way for you guys to actually just watch me do the nails. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta put these in the dryer. We do. We do. I cannot just I don't know because if they bump into anything, I don't know. I might scream. I might scream. What I'm thinking is, even though the BTS little logo thingies they are in red, I'm gonna do them in black with the liner gel and the gems. We'll figure that out. Yeah. My goodness. Black tip, red tip, and hmm. What do I want to do with that? Yeah. Okay. I did about 60 seconds on this. We're just gonna do this other one in a red tip real fast. I'm gonna try to do this outline style, but if it ends up looking messy, I'm gonna just fix it. I'm gonna just fix it and I'm gonna fill it in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Or you know what? If I don't, I'll do like a YouTube short and post it for y'all to see the finished product of both hands. That's also kind of why I didn't why I haven't or I mean if you're on my Discord you've probably seen my nails by now, but I don't know. Sorry, I gotta finish this distracted part first or I'm gonna have to keep interrupting myself. This is so crazy. This My goodness. Okay. We're gonna scrape all the polish dang near off of this so it doesn't end up too thick. There we go. Draw a little line. Drop from the end of the parallel line. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm just sitting here in straight silence. Like, I mean, part of this was nails, wasn't it? I'm gonna do better, y'all. I promise. Okay. Man. Mm. Yeah, you know what? I gotta put it in the dry. There we go. Listen, I don't normally ever put my mouth on them polishes. Um, don't do that. Whether they seem clean or not, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. I'm not a professional. Do not try this at home. Oh my gosh. But yeah, surveillance, the surveillance state, all of that, it being used against you, you being censored. Like I don't know whether you want to call it Handmaid's Tale or not. Do not allow yourself to be put back in these boxes. Um, watch out for yourself. Watch out for your people. And then also with bot activity, excuse me, it is difficult. I feel like to know sometimes, what seems authentic and what's not authentic, especially with these technologies getting better and better and better, right? But we can't just receive it, like, you know what I mean. We're not taking it lying down, but on some I don't know, just I keep trying to promote for y'all to just stay sovereign, stay aware, pay attention to what is going on, especially if it pertains to any local matters for you. um Pay attention when it comes to these flock cameras and this idea of safety. Think about how the literal name is flock. Flock, sheep, be real. Like, I just find like it's such an interesting name to use in this sense. Like, oh, flock safety or flock of birds. So what, they can be any and everywhere at all times watching you and all of your business. Yet again, I don't know, I'm not cool with it. Um it'd be one thing if they asked. They didn't ask. Suddenly it's just a thing and you're just supposed to just receive it and accept it. Um See, that's the thing, is we're not doing that though. Or at least I am not. They have not convinced me, and it's gonna take quite a bit more to just convince me that, oh yeah, just accept whatever. Like, you should be questioning things. Um question things, their validity. Who is this really for? What is this really for? You know what I mean? What is this really going to mean for the people, for the masses, globally, even, Because when I think about it too, people who come here on vacation didn't consent to, especially if their countries, wherever they're from, aren't into all of this surveillance nonsense. Like, why do they also have to be subject to these like weird regime rules and regulations? How strange, you know what I'm saying? Very, 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 very strange. Sorry, we are see it's these tips. It's whenever working with these liners. I feel like I'm getting better and better at it, but it's also like a little bit difficult, you know, or it requires a level of focus. Um, that it's not like it's a bad thing at all, but it's very much like a. I gotta make sure I'm paying attention. You know what I mean? Mm, okay, hold on. Gotta make sure you do not put too much polish. Also, so it doesn't look lumpy. You know, ain't nobody got time for no lumpy nails. Okay, nails in the dryer. And then the next one, we are going to do the black French tip on the pointer finger, and then it is bling time. So we will put these polishes away. Some of them, not all of them, and we will bling it up. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty satisfied with this. Like, wow. But yeah, I don't know. So many things afoot. It's also annoying, like even celebrities, like um if some of them it wasn't benefiting them, like they are a perfect litmus test, if you will, for like this same their livelihoods, all of this being invaded against their will. And it's knowing that some of them are only co-opting it because it's what's getting them paid, but like at what cost to yourself? It's uncomfortable. Like privacy, like there is like, yeah, privacy is an illusion, and sure, keep saying it as some fun art piece situation, but that's not to negate the severity or people's attempt to explain it in a way that's more digestible and thoughtful. But like, it's actually the truth. Your privacy is it's your privacy is an illusion, but it should not be a suggestion. Your privacy shouldn't be a suggestion. It should just be like your choice. Like what? The people who are constantly posting ring camera footage, and it probably started off for some of them as um just, oh, I just want to show you this, and this is the one way that I can show you. But like, it is still weird because it is also low-key an undisclosed advertisement for those cameras, those surveillance devices, etc. Stop telling us your stories like that. Stop sharing that. Stop sharing all your business. Protect yourself. I don't know. I don't know. It's not to say that any and everybody is not listening and doesn't care, but it just feels like, ugh, I don't know. Sometimes you can genuinely feel like a salmon swimming upstream. Truly, truly swimming upstream. Um, Asking yourself, where are the other fish? Where are they? Like, cause I know I'm not the only salmon that exists in this area that feels this way. Crazy. Hold on. Y'all know the drill, honestly. Since I'm using black on this one, I'm taking extra care not to get any on my um to put any on there too thick. Because aside from the fact that it can be a pain in the rear, like it just won't cure if you put too much. That's it. I feel like also painting your left hand um is good for your brain, I suppose, dexterity, testing your ability and the stability of your hand, you know, these fine motor skills type things, because nothing really shows you even more that you ain't that coordinated than putting yourself in a position where you're trying to play around with something that utilizes your non-dominant hand, unless you're ambidextrous. Matter of fact, while I said that, I don't even think I know anybody who's ambidextrous. Matter of fact, when I think about it too, even though there's a preference in hands, like, do we not also kind of have the ability in the world at large, in my opinion, to teach our kids to be ambidextrous, or at least try to teach and train them as much as we can to help them fine tune those skills? I don't know. I ain't gonna tell y'all all my life business and what I want to do, but if it were ever to come down to kids, um, I ain't gonna say I'm building Frankenstein, but I'm definitely going to see what can be done when it comes to testing the limits a little. You know what I mean? So and tall dudes hit me up. Um, like let's see what we can make happen. You know what I'm saying? People who are ambidextrous who can speak a lot of languages. If you're intelligent, let's see what's up. Like you have nothing to lose. Messing with the um best K-pop tarot reader in the world. Bow. What you gonna do? Oh, hand in the dryer. Hand in the dryer. I feel like I did this so good. Listen, I'm about to hit him with a flashlight. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to prop my legs up. I'm just shifting around. Um, I'm gonna hit him with the flashlight. Take a look at him. Maybe I'll try to show you with the flashlight. What they look like too, to see if you can kind of get some more of the detail. But if not, like I said, you'll see in a YouTube short coming soon when it's done. I'm gonna get up and get our squeezy gel. Um, and we're gonna use that last little bit of the black and put on our Bangtan Sonyeon down symbols on the nail. Actually, I need the red too, just for that matter. There we go. Mm, I don't know. I might do all of the BTS symbols with all gems. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But the reason why I want to hit it with the flashlight is not just so you can see the sparkles and stuff like that, but because I want to see if the black on the pointer finger is like um we're doing a full cure, full 90 seconds. 99. I want to make sure that the black looks opaque enough, or do I need to go in with another layer? Because even though I got this right here, I don't know. I might just be try to be lazy and see. I don't know. Actually, let me take a look myself. I don't know. I feel like this looks pretty good. Hmm. Can you see? Let me see. Let me see if I can put the flashlight on for you. Oops. Can you see even a little? Anyway, there you go. You kind of got that. So anyway, hold on, just a moment. Let me put some of this away. I don't think I should need any more acetone, but I will close it and keep it near, of course, just in case. The wax pen is already right here, so I'm gonna set that right there. So right now, I don't know. I guess I'll just leave all the liner gels. I'll put away these bigger ones and, of course, keep out the top coat. And then we are done. We are out of here. Oh my gosh. Almost like 2 hours if we're not already at 2 hours. So just a moment. I don't know. Hold on. Y'all gonna miss me when I stop doing these 2 hour lives. I'm running my mouth a little. Anyway, I guess let's open this. This container is always weird to open. And then getting the thing out. Like, I'm glad, I guess, I suppose it keeps it from like moving around a ton during transit. But it's like, or I don't know, maybe the intention is wasn't for me to keep that keep it in the container, but that's just my habit. Are you the kind of person that keeps things in their boxes in the containers and stuff they originally came in always? Are you the kind of person that it's like you you throw everything away and you just manage to find a place to put it, or it's just, you know what I mean? Okay, first we have a literal just circle. Hmm, I don't know. Let's see. Let's set you right here. Okay. Let's just do the circle on. Mm, that's ironic to have a circle yet again on this side, except it won't have the big. You know what? Whatever. We'll do the circle on the pointer finger with, I don't know, maybe this size. Carefully. Do not get no gel on your fingers. This one I'll put a little bit closer to the bottom of the finger rather the top. Ooh! You're gonna really utilize the whole bottom portion of the finger for real. To the edges even. Like I said, with this one, I kind of just tend to smear it generally in the place that I want it, especially since it's thicker, it'll kind of hold stuff. So even if I end up like moving it, um, I don't want to use the tiny ones. I'll use the smaller ones on a different one. Oops. I wish you could see a little bit better when I would do this. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to set up a top down cam. But I'm a normal person, y'all. I'm not a camera person, but I'm gonna figure it out. Miss Make It Happen, gonna make it happen, okay? I promise you. Who is messaging me? I'm hearing Discord in my ears, y'all. Listen, get at me if you want to get in this Discord. But you gotta talk to me personally. You ain't, like I said, you ain't maybe have to decorate your what's it called? Connect your Discord to your Patreon for whatever reason if you don't want to. That's fine. But I like because I understand that for surveillance reasons, whatever. Or maybe you just don't want to, or maybe you ain't got no Patreon. But I don't know, y'all. Like I said, you gotta talk to me. I can't just be letting in just whoever. Like I don't know, not even in a oh we all better than you exclusivity club situation, but like a I don't know. I I have concerns, you know. Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. Somehow it managed to end up being 7 in the circle. Can you see? You can't see that well. Okay. I don't know. Let's flash cure this. I'm gonna pick this up and kind of move it out the way just in case. I don't want it to be too close. I don't know if it being that close to the lamp would ever even, you know what I mean? But just in case, we're gonna flash cure for just a little bit. I said flash cure. I'm doing it low key for like 20 seconds. Oops. Let me look at this design again. Hmm. Oops. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Hmm. Let's try painting on this middle finger and see what happens. If it looks a miss, I will be taking it off. But let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Okay. You're starting off with them three lines. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Help me, y'all. This is nerve wracking. It ain't nerve wracking on purpose, but ooh. On some, well, how dare I try something new today that I ain't never did before? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, girl. Listen, I'm not sure anymore. I ain't sure anymore, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm not sure. Let me get this acetone out of girl. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. You can't see what I'm doing, but just know I ain't gonna say yet we're in trouble because I don't know. I'm not yet ready to admit defeat. But just know until you tried some random intricate stuff on your left hand as a not left handed person, don't tell me nothing, okay? Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is nerve wracking, y'all. Okay, now we gotta take this black again. Wipe off as much polish possible. We just kind of using it as a guideline now at this point, cause oh my gosh. Listen, at this point, I'm about to just take it crooked. You know what? Or you know what? See, I already figured out the way to make this look better automatically. Can you see? Hold on. Oh no, that might be a little too bright. Ugh. Whatever. Just know I got the three line situation going. Okay. No, no, no. I don't know if I can show these off, y'all. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Let me move that out your eyes. Let's see. Can you see? Can you see? Yes. Here we go. Woo. Okay. This got to go in the dryer though for that. At least a full 60 minimum. Because if this moves, if it start drifting around, hold on, I had to close that Discord, y'all. Oh. Oh my gosh. Mm. Listen, your girl is tired. I've been on here for a minute. Is there anything else that I have to say about surveillance? At least for right now, nah. Let's open up and see if there's any K-pop news to talk about. Anything interesting enough? Low key, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I might look more meaningfully when this hand comes out the dryer, but don't worry about that. Excuse me. Okay, that was like 90. We ain't gonna touch this black no more. The next one we're gonna try doing it with the metallic. Do that third symbol, and then we are top coating. We are doing that final. I wish I could show you, but at a certain time of night, my phone goes black and white. I set that up so it would be easier to kind of just stop doom scrolling. Take back your autonomy. That's one thing I can also say. If you can take it back, um, if you have ADHD and stuff like that, of course, it's going to be more difficult because, they literally employed these tactics also to make sure that you stay. So you stay on the website. So you can't get off browsing. You can't stop watching things like TikTok, etc., etc., etc. So, oh my gosh, this is so nerve wracking. Then I got this little gem flashing in my eye. Oh my gosh. Okay, scraping off what we can, basically as much as possible, because this other one, I don't know, it's starting to look a little wonky, and I'm scared. Oh my gosh, that is not straight. Okay, okay. Now we are back to getting somewhere. Ooh. Should I make it longer on this side? Maybe so. I guess so. Why not? Oh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I am just so focused trying to make sure I do not mess up my nails. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait to show y'all though. I do think I really have something here nail wise. We are in this last bottom circle, and then I have some gems to put on it, and I'm free. Then I can get out y'all face. And listen, I don't know. We'll see. This might be the last stream in a little while. I did everything I got y'all through Eclipse season. But that might be it for me, y'all. Yes, Blackpink in your area. Shout out. I since you're here, friend, do you think Blackpink is going to renew their contracts with YG? Tell me what you think, and anybody who catches the replay, if anybody does decide to, do you think Blackpink is going to re-sign with YG? And tell me your honest feelings. The only reason why it low key has to be a yes, in my opinion, is because YG is going to say, if you guys go anywhere else and want to do a group activity, you're gonna have to change your name, just like they did to 21, just like they probably would do to Big Bang or Treasure, any of their other groups. Um, I don't know. I don't think they would do it in a beefing sort of way, but I definitely don't see them just letting go of Blackpink that easily. I think they would resign too. I don't know. It's just that I don't think that YG would let them go. 100%. I don't see that. You know what I mean? I just don't see them doing that. I also feel like if they were to go anywhere else, I wouldn't recommend them go anywhere else either, cuz would they get paid the same way? Would they be able to handle their stuff and their accommodations the same way, you know what I mean? Um I don't know. I just feel like cuz it's a situation, if they were to go anywhere else, especially if it was a smaller company, I don't know if they would be treated as well. Or I mean, I would hope they would be treated like royalty considering everything that Blackpink has been able to do, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done with these nails. I've been here for so long. Nah. Oh, me? I'm not done yet, but these nails, listen, I'm gonna be done soon. Whew. And if you see, I've been on here for almost 2 hours. I gotta go. But as for that, honestly, I don't know. I just hope that they do better when it comes to any sort of anniversary activities. Finding out that YG only told that place last minute, so then everybody was blaming the girls personally, as if the girls was wrong. Like the company that has however many employees was low key wrong. Like what? Weird, weird and messy all over the place. Oh my gosh. But I cannot wait to put these last few gems on my nails. That I'm free. But yeah. Jenny, she put out her music video and they are having an Airbnb experience that people can go stay at the place that she shot her music video at. So good for her for getting some money. I haven't seen the music video though, so there is a little bit part of me that's like, why would anybody want to go stay? But then again, people go visit music video locations all the time, I guess. So, yes, I saw that Rose, or no, it was Jisoo who was crying. Rose, she did apologize too, though, which is really disappointing to think like that they would have to feel any guilt, considering like I feel like I don't know, it's just a difficult situation. Like they shouldn't have had to go through what they went through either. Like I'm sure they would have loved to do like a concert or something. Like so disappointing for the fans and the girls themselves. Such a weird situation. It just didn't have to be that way. YG, oh, she was crying too? No, I didn't know that. I would understand so after, especially all of the backlash they were receiving too, before people found out that the company was behind some of these mess ups. And you'd think that Blackpink being such an important group to the company would also make them treat them better, but it's like still somehow they're mistreating them in a way. Like that's so messed up. So messed up, so weird. I don't know. There's a reason why even Big Bang Top probably wouldn't come back either. Allegedly. Who knows? He might change his mind. Oh my gosh. I'm almost done. Is this even gonna look how I want it to? Oh my gosh. But no, that's so sad that she was crying, that they even had to go through anything. It should have just been a better situation. Like, and it's also knowing if YG handled those girls' careers better too. Of course, I don't know exactly the tea in the situations. Them girls, they'd have to tell me straight out their mouth. Like, why wouldn't they all stay at the company? You know what I mean? There has to be a reason for why each member left the company to handle their solo careers. But that's my conspiracy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should do a reading on that. Shall I? If anybody would like me to, let me know. Oh, not me dropping the gems. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not the aunties was giving them trouble. And listen, if you see the way sometimes netizens be talking in Korea, yeah. Yeah, the haters be hating. I don't know, maybe I'll do another reading. It's been a while. Also, I need to just do a reading in general to see if Blackpink is gonna resign. So I think it would actually be like it would be such a big scandal if for some reason they decided not to resign. Oof, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Oh no, what happened? Oh my gosh. I done picked up the gym. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm quiet because I'm focused. Oh, does that look even? I don't know if that looks even. Okay. Ugh, we're gonna flash cure this, and then I'm gonna put a top coat on, and then I'm done. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, and you know what? I don't know. Maybe it did. I don't know if I missed the meteor shower yet over here. Because of the eclipse. Or the start of eclipse season. There's supposed to be a meteor shower. Ugh, my nails finally. Hold on. I'm not done curing them. I'm about to put a top coat on, but let me see if I can show you. They look better on in person. I promise you. I'm gonna take a video and I will post it on YouTube Shorts. Freedom. Okay, top coat last. Was the song that you're talking about, was it leaked? Or was it let me see. Or is it a song that's coming soon? Like did she post like a teaser? Let me see what you said. Oh, did she played it? Was it like at a concert or something? Like she was doing like a preview? She should have finished it. The girls love them some Jenny and they want to be just like Jenny. Like her song. Let me see. Oh, finally, 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 finally. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Oh, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. What's the song that's stuck in your head? Put me down, put me down. Oh, okay, go ahead, Cat's Eye. I don't really listen to Cat's Eye like that. But I do plan to also do some readings for them coming soon because I'm trying to figure out when they might bring back Mono. Like I feel like that's a whole weird situation. Hopefully Sophia is back soon. The streets were saying it's just because she went on vacation with her family, and hopefully that's what it is, and not another weird situation where they trying to low key get her out of the group. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I really am coming up on approximately 2 hours like I was yesterday doing my nails. Wow. Too much. Too much, y'all. Too much. But yes, purple today. Or you know what? Before I go, I guess I'll plug my professional light in and you guys can see just a little bit better before I go to show off my nails. And then I'm going to get. My goodness. Whew. My gosh. We gotta pray that they free Mano because it's a whole situation. Or you know what? When I get the chance, should I get up on here and watch like the Cat's Eye documentary or something, or we can do it like a live reaction watch party together or something? Because I'm trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Aside from of course the readings that I've done on the girls' relationships to each other, we gonna see what's up. Oh my gosh, just a few more seconds and we are free. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll schedule that soon. Let me unplug. What's this? That's my laptop charger. There we go. Something. We'll do like a live watch party situation. Oh, okay. Here we are. Can you see? I feel like it's real bright. Long purple on this side, black red for BTS. Yeah, you'll be able to see better soon. Our last little bit, we have to run a little bit of acetone over the nails, unstick everything, clean it up, and then we are free. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like my eyes are adjusting to how bright. Thank you, thank you. You'll be able to see better. Like I said, I'll do a YouTube short and show y'all my nails. Can you see a little bit better like this? I promise it looks better on camera. Or you know what? Hold on. Let me turn this light off. Maybe. No, dang. See, I forgot that my phone is in black and white because it's late. It's fine. Thank you so much to everybody who came out. Shout out to you, Isabel. We gotta get up out of here. I am tired. I'm tired. I've been on here too long. Um, if any of you who want to go back and catch that replay, shout out to you for coming through. I don't know. I gotta go. I'm tired. I've been talking too long. I've been talking for straight 2 hours. My mouth is dry. I need to drink some water. Um, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, or have you listened to this. If you can't get down with the get down, don't get down with us. And yeah.